The story of U-505, a wartime Odyssey. Prelude, the hunters of the Atlantic. In the unforgiving waters of the Atlantic, where survival depended on stealth and nerves of steel, the German U-boat U-505 embarked on her wartime journey in early 1941. Part of the Nazis' Kriegsmarine's dreaded Type IXC U-boats, she was designed for long-range missions to cripple Allied shipping lanes. U-505 was a silent predator, hunting convoys in the dead of night, sending cargo ships to their watery graves as the war at sea raged. Sponsored by Polly Speaks For You, the creators of cutting-edge text-to-speech technology, this narrative not only remembers history, but amplifies voices that need to be heard, whether from the past or those navigating challenges today. Polly Speaks For You is a powerful tool designed to empower individuals with learning differences, helping people connect through voice recognition and storytelling. So, if you're interested in preserving stories like these and staying connected to meaningful technology, hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to help this channel grow. Now, back to the thrilling story of U-505. Captain Lieutenant Axel Olaf Loe's command. Captain Lieutenant Axel Olaf Loe, U-505's first commander, was a hardened seaman with a sharp tactical mind. His leadership in the early days of U-505's career made the submarine a formidable force in the Battle of the Atlantic. The crew revered him, knowing that under Loe's command, they could outsmart Allied convoys and strike without warning. The U-boat's early successes included stalking Allied shipping and sinking supply vessels that were vital to the war effort. For Loe and his crew, each sinking was a testament to their precision and skill. Diary entry: Captain Lieutenant Loe, September 10th, 1942. Another night, another kill. We hunted in the shadows, patient and silent. A single torpedo was all it took. She went down fast, lights flickering before the sea swallowed her whole. The destroyers circled above. Unaware, we lurked just beneath the surface. Victory is always bittersweet. We hear the sounds of the wreckage sinking into the abyss. And then silence. The struggles begin, a change in command. As the war dragged on, the tide of fortune began to turn against U-505 and the entire U-boat fleet. Allied forces improved their anti-submarine warfare tactics, making life aboard the German submarines increasingly perilous. Loe, suffering from illness, was forced to relinquish command. In late 1943, Captain Lieutenant Peter Czech took over the helm of U-505, a man not yet hardened by combat and unprepared for the psychological toll the war would take. Anecdote: Czech's downfall. Czech's inexperience was evident. His once confident crew noticed the cracks in his leadership as the intensity of Allied patrols increased. The U-boat was frequently targeted by depth charges, and each attack seemed to chip away at Czech's composure. The pressure mounted, and the strain of command proved too great. On October 24, 1943, as U-505 was battered by another Allied depth charge attack, Czech did the unthinkable. He retreated to his cabin, pulled out his pistol, and shot himself. First Officer Paul Meyer immediately assumed command amid the chaos, navigating the damaged U-boat back to port. The crew, though rattled, managed to survive, but Czech's suicide cast a dark shadow over U-505. Diary entry: Crewman Kurt Schneider, October 25, 1943. The captain is dead. I never thought it would come to this. He couldn't take it any longer. We heard the gunshot, and then there was silence. First Officer Meyer kept us together. We made it back, but I feel like we've lost more than our captain. We've lost our spirit. The hunt for U-505, June 4th, 1944. U-505 embarked on her final patrol in 1944, now under the command of Oberleutnant Harold Lang, a young and determined officer. However, by then, the Allies had gained the upper hand in the Atlantic. Task Group 22.3, a U.S. Navy hunter-killer group under the command of Captain Daniel V. Gallery, had been tracking U-505 for days, determined to capture a U-boat intact, a feat that could provide invaluable intelligence. On June 4th, 1944, the Americans struck. U-505 had surfaced off the coast of West Africa, unaware of the danger. The U.S. Navy attacked swiftly, with depth charges exploding around the submarine. Lang attempted to evade capture, but the damage was too great. As U-505 was forced to surface, the German crew scrambled to set scuttling charges, intending to sink the submarine and destroy sensitive materials. Anecdote: the capture of U-505. In a daring move, U.S. sailors boarded the damaged U-boat before the Germans could sink her. The scuttling charges failed to fully detonate, and the Americans salvaged U-505, a stunning achievement. The capture of U-505 marked one of the few instances during the war when a U-boat was captured intact, providing the Allies with critical intelligence. Diary entry: Harold Lang, June 5, 1944. We are prisoners now. The Americans came for us, swift and relentless. We tried to destroy the boat, but failed. I can't believe our U-boat, our codes, everything has fallen into their hands. The war is lost for us now. The legacy of U-505. The capture of U-505 was kept secret by the Allies, and the crew was held in isolation for the remainder of the war. The intelligence gathered from the submarine helped the Allies crack German naval codes, shortening the war in the Atlantic. After the war, U-505 was transported to the United States, eventually finding a permanent home at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. In 1954, U-505 was officially opened as a museum exhibit. Captain Daniel V. Gallery, the man who had masterminded her capture, was present at the dedication ceremony. The submarine, once a hunter of Allied ships, now stood as a symbol of wartime bravery and sacrifice. Diary entry: Captain Daniel V. Gallery, June 4, 1954. It's strange to see her here, in this museum, surrounded by tourists and schoolchildren. We fought so hard to capture her, and now she's here, telling her story to anyone who listens. I hope people understand the cost of what we went through and the men on both sides who gave everything in that cold, unforgiving ocean. A final word. The story of U-505 is not just a tale of war, but of human resilience, the burden of command, and the unrelenting will to survive. From a feared predator to a prize catch, U-505's journey stands as a testament to the fierce battles beneath the sea during World War II. Today, she remains a symbol of history, preserved for future generations to learn from and reflect upon. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more about South Africa's leading voice technology, check out www.polispeaks4u.co.za and support this incredible dyslexic initiative. Thank you for watching.